10 battles which should happen in MCU future projects. The MCU is brewing up several crossovers and battles already. The Spider-Men are bound to take on the Sinister Six. We've got Black Widow vs. Taskmaster, Thor vs. Gore, Black Panther vs. Namor, and many other battles headed our way. But there are certain other fights which haven't been announced, and we'd love to watch them on the big screen, or small screens in the coming future. So here are all the clashes that could light our screens on fire. Wolverine vs. the Hulk. Once Logan makes his way into the MCU, his battle with the Hulk is the first thing we need to see. It couldn't happen while Hugh Jackman was around and Hulk had both his arms. But Marvel still has an opportunity, and they should cash in on it. Doctor Strange vs. Scarlet Witch.
You took everything from me.
WandaVision is definitely headed for a sad and intense ending for Wanda. By the end of the series, she might lose control over her powers and cause all sorts of multiversal chaos. And it will be upon Doctor Strange to untangle that mess. He might have to take on the strongest Avenger for that. A Doctor Strange vs. Scarlet Witch battle is all we want, so it will be great for us. Doctor Doom vs. Magneto. Marvel might want to make Doctor Doom an even bigger villain than Thanos was. As for Magneto, his story is going to be very different than what we've seen in Fox's X-Men movies. He'd probably be an anti-hero. So when Doctor Doom wreaks havoc on the planet, Magneto could try to stop him. A battle between these two could prove to be one of the best cinematic moments ever. Avengers vs. X-Men. Speaking of best cinematic moments, we have to get an Avengers vs. X-Men fight at all costs. It could be even bigger and better than the airport fight in Civil War. Several duel matchups could happen. Thor could take on Storm. The Hulk could go up against Colossus. Professor X could telepathically subdue a few Avengers. Wolverine could go up against Black Panther. This battle would be a treat to watch on the big screen.
And as you can see, I am not dead!
I'm gonna cut your goddamn head off. See if that works.
She-Hulk and Hulk vs. Red Hulk and the Abomination. Kevin Feige confirmed that Mark Ruffalo will appear alongside Tatiana Maslany. And Tim Roth will return as the Abomination. Given the trajectory that Thaddeus Ross is moving in, he is bound to become the Red Hulk. So the She-Hulk series might give us the greatest Hulkfest of the decade. Jennifer could team up with Smart Hulk, while the Abomination and the Red Hulk could join forces. And the tag team fight between these four Hulks could attract millions of subscribers on Disney+. Thor vs. Hercules. We're not sure as to when Hercules will make his way into the MCU, but it will definitely happen a few years down the line. And when the Olympian god finally arrives, he should make his mark by taking on the God of Thunder. Their tussle could be very intriguing and devastating at the same time. Fantastic Four vs. Inhumans. The members of the Fantastic Four should get to take on a tough team in the future. If the X-Men are fighting the Avengers, then the Fantastic Four could go up against Black Bolt's squad. This battle could prove to be very unique, and it could work in the favor of both the Inhumans and Marvel's first family, as the fans might end up loving both these teams. Deadpool vs. Taskmaster. The one MCU fight that we want to witness at all costs is of Deadpool and Taskmaster. We feel that Taskmaster won't be a one-off villain. After Black Widow, he will probably become an anti-hero. His suit and abilities will definitely evolve. So he could deliver a great fight against the undying Merc with a mouse.
Open up wide, Tasky!
Shang-Chi vs. the Iron Fist. Both Shang-Chi and the immortal Iron Fist are master combatants. Rumor has it that Shang-Chi will be able to create several clones during his fight. It will be similar to Naruto's Shadow Clone Jutsu. Meanwhile, Danny Rand will have the Iron Fist in his grasp, so he could bust all sorts of clones that Shang-Chi might throw at him. That's why a battle between Shang-Chi and Iron Fist could prove to be a treat for the eyes. Civil War 2. Captain America Civil War turned out to be the biggest hero versus hero slugfest, but we believe that there's an even bigger hero versus hero battle in the making. Once Marvel brings in teams like the New Avengers, Eternals, Fantastic Four, X-Men, Young Avengers, the Inhumans, and the Midnight Suns, They could just split these groups into 2 giant squads. One of them could be led by Captain Marvel, and the other could fall under the leadership of someone like Thor or Doctor Strange. The fight between these teams could be the biggest cinematic moment we ever witness. It could actually go beyond Avengers Endgame, because every character involved in the battle will need importance and screen time. So we should just start thinking about which hero would join which team. Actually, I'd leave that for you guys to figure out. Tell us which characters would you place in Team Captain Marvel, and which would go under Team Thor. And make sure that you like and follow us on Facebook, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Thanks a lot! We'll see you in the next one.